Alright guys, welcome back to some more Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. This is the WWE 2018 playthrough. It is week 4 in August. It is the go home show for Monday Night Raw going into SummerSlam, and it should be a good show. Unfortunately, there'll be no masturbation tonight. We've got Brock Lesnar here on the left instead of your usual Alexa Bliss or whoever we normally have, but there you go, we've got Brock Lesnar with the Universal Belt. If you're into that thing, then you know what, jack away, but if you're not, then let's get stuck into the show. We need an impressive show. We've yet to do any of our 6 shows haven't been over a 69 rating. So we haven't even got into the 70s, nor have we got a B, which is pretty embarrassing. The last SmackDown we did really underperformed. We got a 62 CE, perhaps my fault. One of the major matches on that SmackDown, I fucked up royally. Daniel Bryan, Shelton Benjamin, I messed it up. It only got a 57 rating. I'd expect those two to at least get somewhere in the 70s, so I take full responsibility for that. So I hope I booked a good Raw going into the pay-per-view here. We're about to find out. So fingers crossed that we can finally deliver and improve some of these storylines as we head into the biggest party in the summer. Alright, so here we go, let's get into the show. Surprisingly, there was no backstage controversy this week, so nothing to deal with. It looks like everybody is getting on happily enough, although there is some tension between Victor and Akam. Last week, I believe Akam injured Victor, but again, two fucking jobbers, could not care. They could kill each other, behead each other, have sex with each other. I don't give a shit what they do. They can easily be getting released. Doesn't matter. Victor and Akam could not give a monkey's. It's not like you've got The Rock and Austin that hate each other in the same dressing room, do you know what I mean? Right, enough, let's move on, let's run the show. Come on, we need to have a good one here. I've got a good feeling we will. I think it's been booked well, and we'll see what happens. So, in the first pre-show bout, a match at Subpar Wrestling in Little Heat, the B team defeated Titles Worldwide in 8-17, when Curtis Axel defeated Apollo Crews by pinfall with an axe hole. An axe hole for the asshole. Or an axe up your hole, man. You wouldn't want either of them, but anyway, the B team picking up the win. Bo Dallas was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else in ring performances, which is, kind of strange. He was so far off the pace. Bo Dallas with 36, Axel 50, Apollo Crews 53, Titles O'Neil 46. 49D plus. Not great, but again, pre-show, does it really matter? Probably not. Bo Dallas is improving though in performance skills. Up next, I believe this is I think we only did 2 pre-show matches this week, but it's a good one. And a pre-show about that decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Bobby Roode defeated Mike Kanellis in 10-22 by pinfall with a payoff. Both of these guys not suited to their gimmicks. Bobby Roode, performance of 63. Mike Kanellis, 51, 63 rating. Solid, good enough. I believe now we're starting the show. Just may as well point out as well, it's been held at the Matthew Knight Arena, 9,323 people in attendance. Hopefully we can give every single one of them a good show, apart from the arsehole marks. As far as I'm concerned, they can eat shit. But anyway, let's move on. Holy crap, man. So we kick off Raw with Kurt Angle. So we kick off the SummerSlam Go Home edition of Raw with the general manager Kurt Angle. Kurt says this is the last Raw before SummerSlam and that is going to be a big one. As big as Batista's dick perhaps. He books a huge 6-man tag match for the main event featuring Reigns, Rollins and Finn Balor taking on Ziggler, McIntyre and Baron Corbin. Kurt also says there will be a universal contract signing between the champion Brock Lesnar and the challenger Bobby Lashley. Kurt goes to talk about Stephanie McMahon, and okay, so we'll find out what happens in the next segment, but holy crap, 87B+, what a start to the show. Kurt Angle delivers, and this is what happens. You send Kurt Angle out on his own, and he does the job, whereas sometimes you send them out with others, and they maybe bring the segment down. So I think we need more of this. I think our star players, our top guys, perhaps they need more solo segments to, improve the ratings, improve the shows. But anyway, Kurt Angle was superb working without a script. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand the entire time. The segment deserved better announcing. The Angle got the show off to a strong start. The Angle got the crowd hotter. 87B, fucking fantastic. Delighted with that. And up next, oh fuck, still a good rating that, to be honest. Anyway, Ronda Rousey interrupts Kurt Angle and does her usual power walk to the ring where she looks like a mad woman possessed. Ronda demands to know when she'll get her hands on Stephanie McMahon. Kurt says as much as he and everyone else would like to see that happen, again, Stephanie McMahon isn't here tonight. Ronda walks towards Kurt, trying to intimidate him. Kurt tells Ronda last time she put her hands on him, he suspended her. If it happens again, he'll make her tap. Holy shit, Kurt Angle here breaking the non-male female contact rule here. Kurt Angle manning up, growing a set after fucking a year and a half of being castrated as the GM. The guy is actually standing up for himself now. Angle says he knows Stephanie will be in attendance at SummerSlam and says they will confront each other face to face at the biggest party of the summer. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. So there you go. Angle has announced that Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon will face off, not in a match, but they will be face to face at SummerSlam. Again, another great rating, 74B-. Absolutely delighted. Angle improvised well throughout the segment, which is good. The segment deserved better announcing, which obviously isn't good. Angle got the crowd hotter. Ronda Rousey performed poorly, which is disappointing. But the Ronda Rousey Stephanie McMahon has advanced and gained heat, which is very good, because I don't think the heat was that great coming into this segment, so every little helps. 74B- rating, happy with that. Up next, Jinder Mahal is shown arriving backstage, tipping the valet $500. Even though you may not think a heel would do that, it's kind of showing off the amount of money Jinder Mahal has, so it's Jinder Moneybanks Mahal really at this stage of the game. And again, another really good rating, a 75B-. Wish he'd give some of that dollars my way, but until now, I'm skint. So, Jinder Mahal has arrived at Monday Night Raw. And first match of the night, in a decent match, Jinder Mahal defeated Zack Ryder in 10 minutes 6 seconds by pinfall with a Karaki Valley driver. However you pronounce that, I'm not too sure. This got a 68C+. Mahal had an in-ring performance of 72 and Ryder 49. Zack Ryder is improving in performance skills though, which is good. And overall, decent match to start the show. Jinder Mahal, think he could be a big match player soon on Monday nights. Holy crap, man. We must get a good rating this show. Just, the start's been phenomenal. So anyway, Paul Heyman goes to the GM office to question Kurt. A worried Heyman asks Kurt if he really wants to risk his SummerSlam match by getting Lesnar and Lashley in the same ring tonight. Heyman warns Angle that Lashley could get hurt. Angle laughs and asks Paul, has he seen Lashley lately? Angle tells Heyman to worry more about Lesnar getting hurt at SummerSlam and losing the Universal title. 83B+, great rating there. Heyman improvised well throughout the segment, and announcing quality lifted the segment. Colour commentary gave the segment a boost, and the Lesnar versus Lashley storyline has advanced with this segment and gained heat. Overall, fantastic segment, fantastic for the storyline. It's been a fantastic start to Monday Night Raw. It was a go-home show, and it looks like we are delivering. So far, so good. It's not great, but we've had a good start, so I don't know. Oh my god. This is what happened. Women's evolution. This is what happened when you try to, make everything equal. She just should have stuck to the brand panties and pillow fights, man. Fucking hell, 53C-. Anyway, Sasha Banks and Bayley are exchanging words backstage. Banks tells Bayley she's better off without her and doesn't need any help. Banks says all she cares about is putting an end to the Riot Squad and winning back her Raw Women's Championship. So, there you go. Not a lot happening here. 53C- rating. Not great. And in the match that followed, Sasha Banks taking on the two members of the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, in a handicap match. In a bout that subpar wrestling and little heat, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan defeated Sasha Banks in a handicap match. 6 minutes 47 when Sarah Logan defeated Sasha by pinfall using a foreign object. 52D+, not great. Liv Morgan is not suited with her gimmick. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. In-ring performances were Sasha 53, Logan 45 and Morgan 39, not great. The storyline with the Raw relationship problems has advanced though, and Liv Morgan is improving in performance skills, so at least there's some slight improvements, but really, the women have brought the show down quite a considerable bit since we started, which I'm not too happy about. But when you look like Liv Morgan, I guess I can forgive you easily enough. Right, let's move on. So up next we have Elias meeting Owens backstage. Owens wishes Elias good luck with Braun Strowman tonight. Elias says he doesn't need luck. Elias says he needs an extra pair of hands if Owens knows what he means. Owens tells Elias not tonight. Owens says he's sick of getting beaten down by Braun every week and that he's leaving the arena. So Kevin Owens has got his suitcase or his travel bag and looks like he's leaving. And he will feature no part in the rest of the show. It's got a 75 B-. And it has gave away the fact that Elias will be taking on Braun Strowman tonight on Raw. Solid rating. Will there be more to come? We'll find out. Up next with Bobby Lashley. He's in the ring with a microphone. He claims that he's so good he cannot be defeated by anyone. So he's making an open challenge for any wrestler on the roster to face him in a singles match. Kinda sounds a bit more heelish than I intended it to be. It's a generic promo. So really, it's just an open challenge for him to get a match in before SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens. 67C plus, who is going to answer the call? And it is the returning Jason Jordan. So in a decent match, Bobby Lashley defeated Jason Jordan in 15-24 by pinfall with a spear. The match was a 56C-, which is not a great rating to be honest. I expected quite a lot more than that. Lashley had an in-ring performance of 60, Jason Jordan 49. My god. At least Jordan is improving though in performance and rumble skills, but yeah, Jason Jordan making a return to Raw, and they'll need to feature him in angles with Kurt, and he's going to bring the ratings down massively, so fucking fantastic, man. Absolutely great. Right, moving on. Just a generic promo from Ziggler, Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin backstage, talking about their 6-man tag match with Rollins, Reigns and Finn Balor. Not a lot to say here. Storyline has advanced but lost heat unfortunately. 67C plus. Like I said, not really a lot to talk about. Let's just move on. Up next with Elias taking on Braun Strowman in a decent match. Braun Strowman defeated Elias in 9 minutes 10 seconds when Elias was disqualified after Kevin Owens ran in and attacked Strowman. So what says Kevin Owens is back? 57C- rating. Strowman's not suited to his gimmick. The match had very little drama to flow. Nobody had the psychology to take control properly. Elias in-ring performance of 59, Strowman 66. The Money in the Bank storyline has advanced with this segment. Holy shit, and then after the match we've got Kevin Owens attacking Strowman in the ring, leaving him down and out, just basically beating him up. Maybe, I don't know, taking a chair or some sort of object to Braun Strowman and just beating the shit out of him before their match at SummerSlam. So the last couple of weeks Braun Strowman has got the upper hand, he's been beating down Kevin Owens. Well, not tonight, Kevin Owens getting some heat back on the big man. And Kevin Owens now looking strong as we head into SummerSlam, and then he rips the cast off his arm and he's like, you know, continuing to beat down on Braun Strowman. So it looks like Kevin Owens, last couple of weeks saying he can't compete, his injured arm is, you know, he wasn't cleared. Looks like it was bullshit. Could he just ripped off his cast tonight and beat the crap out of Braun Strowman? So Kevin Owens there maybe tricked us all. 85B+ rating, fantastic. Braun Strowman is not suited to his gimmick, unfortunately. Jonathan Coachman was weak. The segment is about announcing, but the storyline has advanced and gained heat, so I'm happy with that. Overall, decent segment, fantastic rating. So let's just move on. I mean, I'm happy with that. If we get anything else like that, I'll be delighted. Oh my god. And a poor match, Nia Jax defeated Natalya in 7 minutes 07 by pinfall. Jax and Natalya don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. The in-ring performances were 42 and 49, so not great. Overall rating 51D+. The less said about that, the better. Let's just move on. I mean, one bad match isn't going to kill the entire rating of the show, is it? Hopefully not. Alright, we've got Mickie James catching up with Alexa in the back. She's still upset about how Alexa Bliss threw her to Ronda and Nia Jax last week. Bliss says she's a goddess and the Raw's women, well, she's a god, that as well. That's two facts, I mean, they're undeniable facts. She says she's the goddess and she says she's the Raw Women's Champion, you can't deny that. and that Mickey's only purpose is to protect her and her title reign. Mickey says how dare Alexa treat her like this. She's a 6-time champ. Alexa Bliss calls Mickey a 6-time has-been. Ooh, the name calling has started. So Mickey Bliss calls her a 6-time has-been, which leads to Mickey attacking Alexa and the two brawl. It's got a 65 C plus, not C plus. Just imagining things now. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing what I want to see. It's not actually there though. Just a 65 C rating, which is okay. And yeah, so these two just look like they're not on the same page at all. Is this the end of the Bliss James alliance? And now, holy crap! Look at that for ratings. So we've got just another generic promo, like the 3-man promo from Ziggler, McIntyre, and Corbin. We've got one with Reigns, Rollins, and Finn Balor. They hype up their match, talk about the main event, obviously, and it gets an 88B. Holy shit. 88B plus. Seth Rollins is not suited to his gimmick though, neither is Finn Balor. Announcing commentary helped give the segment a boost. Roman Reigns came across well, which is great. And this Shield Ziggler McIntyre storyline has advanced and gained heat. Fantastic rating, man. Fucking hell. I reckon it must have just been Roman Reigns and Rollins talking, and Finn Balor shut his mouth. Because if Finn Balor said any more than 2 words, I mean, that would have probably been like a 57 rating at best, you know what I mean? So he'd have sunk the ship, just like Titanic. Instead of an iceberg, it would just, the promo would have hit Finn Balor, and it would have sunk to the bottom of the earth, so bottom of the ocean even. So I don't know, man. 88B plus. I don't know how that delivered so much, but I'm not going to complain. Fucking fantastic. Now let's move on. Got the Revivals taking on the Deleter of Worlds, and about the decent wrestling but not much heat. The Deleter of Worlds defeated the Revival in 7:57 when Bray Wyatt defeated Scott Dawson by pinfall. With Sister Abigail, during the match we had Curtis Axel accidentally hit Dash Wilder, so basically Curtis Axel of the B team ran in, tried to attack Wyatt. He missed, ended up hitting Scott Dawson. It kind of led to Bray Wyatt getting the win, and it kind of just proves that the B team cannot do nothing right. They can't win the match, and even when they try and come out and attack something to help another team win, they even fuck that up too. So the B team just not working at the moment. Dawson and Wilder are not suited to their gimmicks, but they have excellent chemistry when teaming together, which is good news. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy don't work well as a team. Their timing is all over the... Yeah, I mean, I think we need to try and get these two going. I really believe that. Dash Wilder had an in-ring performance of 53, Dawson 50, 55, Hardy 59, Bray Wyatt 66. Raw B team to be the lead storyline has advanced with a segment and gained heat, which is good news. Next, we've got a clip with Brock Lesnar. It is basically showing him just, doing a lot of, like a promo backstage, really, showing him lifting weights, crap like that, training, getting ready, being a beast, all that stuff for his upcoming match against Bobby Lashley. Holy shit, what was that? So again, a decent rating there, 75B minus, and a lot of the actual promos have been really good so far on this Raw, so I can't complain at the moment. Things are looking very good. I just hope it stays like that towards the end of the show. But like I said, man, we're doing well at the moment, so it's good. It's all good in the hood. Up next, we have another segment with Banks and Bayley. Bayley is checking up on Sasha Banks, who is healing up in the trainer's room. Bayley apologises to Sasha for not being there for her earlier. Meanwhile, Sasha apologises for pushing Bayley away. They both share a hug and promise to defeat the Riot Squad at SummerSlam. So, looks like maybe Bayley and Banks are getting back on the same page. And it looks like they will be taking on Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan at SummerSlam. 61C rating. It's just decent for them, I guess. Happy enough with that. No extra factors influence the rating. Yeah, so there you go, 61C. Can't complain. We'll move on. Probably one of the better ratings that these two have produced during the series, so I'm happy with that. Now you can see these two with that brawl earlier on. It has led to a match. Alexa Bliss taking on Mickie James. And in about that decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Alexa Bliss defeated Mickie James in 7:44 by pinfall with a twist at Bliss. This got a 71C+. The match did its job and gave the crowd a breather. Alexa Bliss had an in-ring performance at 81. Mickie James had 60. Holy shit, 81 for Bliss. I can't believe it's that high, to be honest, but great stuff. The aim for the match is eye candy. Yes, it was. Why wouldn't it be when you've got Alexa Bliss in it? Alexa Bliss got a bonus for charisma, star quality, high morale, and a good gimmick. Mickie James got a bonus for charisma and star quality. Segment rating got a bonus for being well booked. Segment rating got a bonus from the referee and from John Cohen. So, I mean, it looks like there was a lot of good stuff here. Segment rating was penalised though for the odd heel-face combination. There was a couple of negatives, but overall more positives. And I'm definitely delighted with that rating, a 71C+. Cannot believe I actually did that well, so let's move on. After the match, we've got Mickie James, Alexa Bliss, picks up a microphone. So after defeating Mickie James, Alexa takes the mic and says that she's done with that old, washed up, What? So she says that she's done with that old, washed up tramp Mickie James. And after SummerSlam, she'll be done with that overweight, beached whale, Nia Jax. So Alexa Bliss tells everyone to have a blissful day. So Alexa Bliss here, certainly not pulling any punches, not holding any words back. Fuck this, be a star. Alexa Bliss is definitely not a member of Be a Star. Maybe be a porn star perhaps, but definitely not the WWE's campaign Be a Star, because she has just annihilated Mickie James and Nia Jax with her war of words. So this got a 65C rating. That's not bad in my opinion. Alexa Bliss came across well. Angle got the crowd hotter. The announcing commentary was good, and the Raw Women's Championship storyline has its fans with this segment and gained heat. So far, so good. Delighted with this show. Been a couple of bad ratings, but I mean overall, it has been a very good edition of Raw. Surely we're heading to our best rating. Surely. Okay, so we've got in the main event, and about the good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor defeated Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre in 21-12 when Drew McIntyre was disqualified while fighting Roman Reigns. So I know Drew McIntyre basically, beating down Roman Reigns in the corner. Referee maybe goes to a 5 count, and Drew McIntyre's like, screw this, fuck your 5 count. I'll shove 5 fucking fingers up your ass kind of deal, and he keeps stomping away. Referee, no choice but to call for the bell. It gives Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor the win, but they don't necessarily, walk away standing tall because they've had their ass kicked by the team of Corbin, Ziggler, and McIntyre. So it's got a 77B rating. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. The Rollins and Balor not suiting their gimmicks is kind of annoying. This match got the crowd buzzing. The match dragged at the end as it was too long for all workers to... I get that, it was a long match. I think we had this match to go 22 minutes. And it is a long time, but I just thought the fact that it's a 6-man tag, that the people would be, tagging in and out, so they'd be able to last it, no problem. But I don't know, perhaps that wasn't the case. The performances were 76 for Balor, 86 for Rollins, 88 for Reigns, 58 for Corbin, 72 for Ziggler, and 62 for McIntyre. So Corbin and McIntyre really underperforming. Obviously, I probably would, out of the 6 people, I would expect those 2 to be lingering at the bottom of the performance charts, but I definitely, especially Corbin, 58, I thought he'd have done a lot better than that, but nope. McIntyre is improving in performance skills, and Baron Corbin is improving in rumble skills, so at least there's signs of improvements, which is good. 77B rating. Happy days. Let's move on now. The announcers put with the fact that we'll be seeing Ronda Rousey face off with Stephanie McMahon at SummerSlam. This is like a match card promo, even though it's not a match. It's basically just like the graphic card saying, "Whoa guys, look at this, buy the network, $9.99, SummerSlam." McMahon, Rousey, face to face in the ring, 69C+, decent rating, did its job. Had a wee break interval between the main event and the contract signing, so I'm happy with that. And then the contract signing, this could be, I don't know, could be a good rating, could be a shit rating, we're about to find out. Holy crap, man, we end the show with an 86B, are you shitting me, man? This has undoubtedly been the best Raw so far, and I am really looking forward to seeing the rating. But before we do that, let's go over the segment. So Kurt Angle welcomes everyone to the contract signing and goes over the usual formalities. Kurt says this is a dream match, a 50-50, a main event caliber match, whether it be in the WWE or UFC. Kurt says he can't wait until SummerSlam and wishes both men good luck. Lashley signs first and handles the contract. Lashley signs. I just want to point out something. I type this shit up fast, you know what I mean? Come on. Busy. I'm doing a lot of series on YouTube. I can't afford to spend a full day writing this crap, so I do just try and, come up with something really quickly and then, do a quick write-up. So that's why there's a lot of mistakes and a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. If I was just a 2 YouTuber that solely played 2 and I was doing 1 series, then you know what, perhaps I would dedicate, if I was just doing 2 shows a week and that was the only thing I was uploading to my channel, then perhaps I would dedicate a lot more hours to the shows and I would do, full massive write-ups and double check everything, but proofreading it and all that crap, but I'm not, so apologies if there's mistakes and stuff like that, but I've just gave you my reason why that is. It's either this with a few mistakes or nothing, so, or you pay me money and I'll drop on my other series to play this game solely, so there you go, there's the choices, man. Anyway, Lashley signs first and hands the contract. Oh, fucking hell, I said I went to say handles again, right? Let's try again. Lashley signs first and hands... Oh my god. Fuck, right, hold on. You can do this, Jamie. It's not difficult. Fuck's sake, can it? Lashley signs first and hands the contract over to Lesnar. Yes, I made it. Oh my god, I just fucked up again. What the hell? Lesnar goes to sign when Heyman takes the contract. Heyman says he agrees with everything Kurt says. Heyman says this is a once-in-a-lifetime match, and for that reason, it shouldn't happen at SummerSlam, but at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle scoffs at the idea and says that Mania is over 6 months away. Not a chance. Lesnar goes to sign the contract again, and Heyman grabs his hand. Lesnar pushes Heyman to the floor, much to the surprise of Heyman. He seems in shock that Lesnar would perhaps act so aggressively to him. Brock says he doesn't listen to anyone. Not Kurt, not Heyman. Brock says he is signing this contract for one reason, and one reason only. And that's to kick Bobby Lashley's ass. Lesnar signs the contract, and he and Lashley go face to face as Raw goes off the air. 86 B-, guys. That's how you finish a show. That's how you write a segment. Give me the applause. God damn it, yes. So anyway, Kurt Angle clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well. Heyman improvised well throughout the segment. At the announcing desk, Jonathan Cole... I'm going to bring GR back, screw it, I'm doing it. The Booker T, the segment, sorry, I might bring, Booker T, bring him back too. The segment is a bit announcing. The Angle got the crowd hotter. On the Raw, Lesnar versus Lashley storyline has advanced with this segment and gained heat. So 86B plus 10 to show, guys. Brock Lesnar is learning to show more charisma. We're about to find out how this show did. I'm positive. I'm going to say this got at least a high 70s. Now, I know I've said that about a few shows. Oh, this is a show we're going to get into the 70s. This is a show where we're going to get a B. But fuck me, if this doesn't... Alright, maybe not high, but if this isn't the best show we've did, it must at least get a 70. At least get a 70. Here we go, let's find it. I'm going to go 78. Okay, it's lower. It's lower than I thought it would be, but we've managed to make it into the 70s. It's the first B- that we've had, so at least we improved. You know what I mean? We've improved. 72 B- rating. The general feeling is that WWE don't have interesting storylines going on. The show increased our popularity in 18 regions, but it also lost its popularity in 18 regions. So it was like a middle of the run kind of deal, you know what I mean? Half the places that gained its popularity, the other half it lost. So it really was like it just goes to show that it was kind of like right borderline of where we need to be. So it wasn't a bad show, but it wasn't necessarily a good show. Bang right in the middle. So perhaps if we could have just got a slightly better rating, it would have maybe, out of the 36 regions, that we might have gained 20 and then lost in 16, you know what I mean? So I don't know how it works, but very closely indeed. And Yeah, man, crazy stuff. So what is this? Right, the show's final grading is primarily made up of two elements, the overall match rating and the overall angle rating, okay? The overall match rating is made up of 70% of the main event's rating, 20% of the best match other than the main event rating, and 10% of the average of the rest of the undercard. Pre and post shows do not count. If there is no undercard to rate, the main event's percentage is raised accordingly. The overall angle rating works roughly the same. It is 70% of the highest rated angle, 20% of the second highest rated angle, and 10% of the third highest rated angle. So all the other angles are ignored, pre and post, blah blah blah. The show's rating is then calculated by combining the two ratings. They are weighted accordingly to the ratio of matches to angle that were on the show. For example, if a show lasts 60 minutes and only 6 minutes were angles, then the show has a 90 to 10% match ratio. Therefore, the show's grade is made up of 90% of the overall match rating plus 10% of the overall angle rating. If there was no angles, the entire show's grade is 100% based on matches. Please note that once the show's ratings has been calculated using the above facts, it can then be altered further by bonuses and penalties. The final grade, shown in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, is what is used when dealing with the impact of the show on your company. The rating is compared to your popularity in each region that is seeing the show, whether live or via pay-per-view/TV. Roughly speaking, if your show rating is 5% greater than the popularity, then you'll become more popular. If the rating is less than the popularity, then you'll become less popular. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that explains the rate. It's done it to me. Hopefully it explains the ratings to you. We now know what we need to work on. So with the segments, rather than all we need really is 3 really strong angles, and the rest effectively don't matter. That's really what it is. So I mean, you need to get 3 good segments, or 3 good angles, then the rest don't matter. As for the matches, they kind of does matter more. Obviously, you need a very strong main event. It helps to have a really good undercard match. But then the rest of the matches are, averaged out, and then that 10% added. So if we've got several bad matches on the card, it will affect the rating. Whereas having several bad angles on the card will not affect the rating, as long as they're not in the top 3 angles of the entire show. So I mean, that is definitely an eye-opener. It's kind of made me a lot more aware now of what we need to do. So hopefully it's made you guys more aware too. Alright, so what news have we got? Let's see, Raw, what did it do? In terms of the, obviously attendance, we know it was 9,323. Show rating was 72 B-. TV rating was an 18.59. So, decent. I'm happy with that. I mean, fuck it, yeah, I am. I am happy with that, man. It's not where we want to be, but it's definitely an improvement, so I mean, at least I can see the positive signs. Any other news? There was a New Japan show on. What kind of rating did they do? 84B, so New Japan fucking outperforming us at the moment. We'll need to do something about that. Cody Rhodes. I wonder if I could sign Cody Rhodes. I'm actually looking at the guy. His popularity is not that great. But I do feel like WWE kind of underused him a little bit. And obviously his second name's Rhodes, so I don't know, man. He feels like he'd be a good guy to have on the in the company. Look at his win-loss record. 2 wins, 6 losses. Average rating match is 76 B-. Highest rating 86 B+. Lowest rating 87 C+. So looks like Cody Rhodes is constantly there, performing well, putting in decent matches. Right, so we're going to check the ratings now. No, not the ratings, sorry, the storylines. We'll see if anything. Well, I think most of the storylines, to be honest, did improve. So we'll go and check that out. But before then, we'll check the mail. We'll see what's happening. We've got Kathy Kelly making a request. She wants to get brought up to the main roster. We could put her on Raw. You never know. We could have her as a backstage interviewer. We have to kind of let's see what's her entertainment and camera is strong. So we could definitely call her up. I think we might. I believe she's dating Finn Balor, no? Thought she was considered to be social. I think we might. I think we might call her up. We're not going to do it yet, but I definitely think they will in the future. So Seth Rollins, Apollo Crews is charismatic. I can see him doing well in the future. Seth Rollins. See Apollo Crews, to be honest, I'm thinking about putting him in the Cruiserweight title picture because the Cruiserweights on Raw are fucking terrible. At least Apollo Crews, I don't like the guy, but at least he's slightly better than them. I think he would draw better ratings in matches like that. So Apollo Crews, I'm definitely considering giving him a, Cruiserweight kind of push, maybe with Titus O'Neil as his manager. I just don't really think Titus and Crews are doing much in the tag team picture, so we might put Apollo Crews and have him, try and go as a singles wrestler in the Cruiserweight division. Raw drug testing was 11 grand. TV rating 18.59. Natalia, I'm not happy with how I've been booked recently. I need to get some wins so I can build momentum. Well, you know what, Natalia? You don't really give a shit. You may have a decent last name, but that's the only thing you've got, if we're being perfectly honest, you know what I mean? So, yeah, there you go. She's had 3 losses, so she's not happy about that. But 2 of them were on a pre-show, so I don't know why she's too bothered, and then I give her a chance on the main show and she's fucking complaining, so I don't know. I really don't know, man. How can you win? Ethan Carter wants to come up. Victor's fully fit after injury. And Percy Watson wants to be brought up to the main roster too. Was he a commentator? I don't know. Maybe. We'll consider it, but I don't think we're going to. Right, storylines. That's what we need to check. That's what we need to see. What is the heat looking like as we head into SummerSlam for Raw? So the B team to be deleted. Currently sitting at a 57C minus. It has been up, I guess, on that last Raw. It's not great, but again, it's a shit feud, I'll be honest. I mean, B team, what can you do with those guys, really? Nothing. LESNAR Lashley has currently got 77 heat, which is very good. You can see it started off pretty slowly, but it's went up and up and up, so ever since the match has been announced, the heat for it has got more. And I think going into SummerSlam, we can really expect a good match. Whether that will be the main event, whether that will close the show, I don't know. Perhaps not. But I do think that it has gained a lot of heat, and I do think a lot of people are looking forward to that match. The Money in the Bank with Strowman and Corbin. Again, Strowman getting beaten down by Kevin Owens. That 85 helped massively. It has put the heat up in this segment, and I am looking forward to this. And that definitely did help. That last Raw, I think, improved a lot of the storylines. Maybe all the storylines, so who knows. Relationship problems, again, it did improve on that Raw there with, the Liv Morgan and Sasha Banks handicap shit. So, 49D plus, not bad. The Ronda Rousey Stephanie thing, again, that improved on Raw with Ronda coming out and interrupting Kurt. Kurt announcing that they would face off at SummerSlam. The heat now is currently 66C plus, which is good. The Shield with McIntyre and Ziggler, it's got a 76B minus, which is very good. Happy with that. Hopefully they can deliver when we get to SummerSlam. And the Raw Women's Championship, which did, like I said, it did improve on Raw, but perhaps we just didn't have enough weeks to build this. You can see there's only really been 3 segments that have contributed to this storyline, so as we stand, the storyline heat is 46, 76, 66, 49, 64, 77, and 57. So only 2 of our feuds are really, up there with massive heat at the moment, which is a bit of a concern. But it'd be worse if it was a Raw only pay-per-view. You've also got to take into consideration there is a SmackDown pay-per-view, and SmackDown still has one more show before SummerSlam, so we can improve the SmackDown heat. And you can see the heat for their storylines are 52, 73, 70, 45, 74, 63, and 75. So they've got 4 storylines that are 70 plus. And I think they could even maybe improve higher. So heading into SummerSlam should be a good show. But before we get there is still a SmackDown to go. Now, in terms of the top 100, you can see obviously that show was the best. It takes top spot here on the shows, 72B minus. In terms of attendances, it was 5th best, so at least the attendance have been up. The fact that they were going down week by week was slightly worrying me, but we got just over an extra 500 people coming in for that Raw, so it's good to see. And in terms of matches, still the best match is the New Day versus the Bar. But you can see the tag team match there for Raw with Rollins, Reigns, Balor defeating Corbin, Ziggler and Drew McIntyre has made it to number 3 on this, which is good. And yeah, so the best match still in 81B. I'd expect that to get beat at SummerSlam. We'll just have to wait and see though. And that's probably going to do it. I don't think there was anything else really to talk about. No, that's it, man. That's it. Tonight we've got SmackDown Live. Looking forward to SmackDown Live. Should be a good show. We'll see what happens. But until then, it's been Son of Scotland 90. It's been Total Extreme Wrestling. I'm out. Peace.